Hi everyone, welcome on into the Moderators Podcast. My name is Asdruboi. I am the host of this podcast, and right now you're listening to part two of our interview with my friend TheFunkoBeard. We had a wonderful time, a wonderful chatter of everything that is related to, his upbringing, his streaming experience, and now we're getting into the final part where it's just us just playing a game and having a wonderful time and continue to discuss so many incredible facts about live streaming and everything. So enjoy this part two of the Motherverse podcast with my friend, TheFunkoBeard. Welcome back, everyone, to the Motherverse podcast with our lovely guest today, TheFunkoBeard.
Hello. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you here. Glad to have you. We're having a wonderful talk. And before we continue, I want to specifically mention Fairy Shelley was her name. Rest in peace, my love. Rest in peace. We do something very cute for the podcast, which is a kind of like a cute little game, because oftentimes when we are streamers, sometimes we have to act as our own moderators when we don't have someone that there. It happens. It tends to happen, but it is important for us to figure things out as we go along. So there's an allow or block feature where you can permit certain terms. And so what I did is that I grabbed that little terminology of allowing or blocking and used it for a mini game. So I'm going to present you with different scenarios, and you will tell me if you allow them or block them. And because you are a DVD streamer, I decided to do a DVD edition of allow or block. So.
Wow, it's catered. Let's go.
So we'll go with the first one. Allow or block franchise killers.
Allow.
Okay. Who do you usually play when it comes to franchise killers?
We'll see now, because this killer has been reworked this past patch. It's been Michael Myers. I love Michael Myers.
Same.
I got a 4K in less than 3 minutes with Myers. Yes, I know. It's a full TikTok, by the way. Beginning the match to end the match, I made it to a full TikTok because that's how short it was. I love Myers a lot. They did rework him, so we'll see how that goes. I also really enjoy Chucky. I love more going against Chucky than I love playing Chucky.
Valid.
But I do love Chucky a lot. A lot of people do not like Chucky. I love Chucky.
Really?
Yeah, and one of my favorite killers to go against is Bubba from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that's one of my favorite killers. No, Bubba is such a cutie. Bubba is he's not as strong as he was buffed a bit, like several months ago, but yeah. But if you know how to loop around, you could waste Bubba's time very easily. He's very counterable. Once you get hooked.
Yeah, comfortable is a good term for him. Yeah.
Counterable.
Oh, counterable. Okay.
Yeah. If you get hooked, maybe it's a different story. But before you get hooked, he's easily counterable.
So I will allow as well. My go-to franchise killer mains are Freddy Krueger, because Freddy Krueger is my favorite horror villain.
He's my favorite too. He's my favorite. I don't love him in DVD, but I do. That's my favorite franchise. Is an Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. That's love it.
Same. Down. And I can play a good Pinhead, actually.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, I like Ghostface too.
Ghostface is good. I like Xenomorph as well. I like Xeno.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm a huge Aliens fan, and
Same.
right now, as this is being recorded, Aliens Earth just finished its final episode of this season. If you have not watched Alien Earth, it is fantastic.
I can binge watch it officially.
Watch it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes! I just finished watching Marvel Zombies. I just finished watching that yesterday.
I just finished watching that too.
It's so good.
All that as skins from Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
All the zombie skins from Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
Yes, all the skins. It's just so amazing. Such a good series.
It was a very good series.
Only 4 episodes too.
Only 4 episodes.
surprisingly.
And
Sadly.
also, I started watching it. Sorry for sidetracking. I started watching it, and I was like, I don't understand because there's an outbreak already. I don't know what happened. It turns out it's a spin-off from an episode of What If. I didn't know that when I was watching it, and then I was like, maybe in What If there's an explanation. There was.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not the best explanation. I want to make that perfectly clear. There is still some story holes in there, but like overall, I would say it's a very good show. If you haven't watched it, watch it. On your selected watchable apps. So I don't say the name.
Yeah. Or not.
Yes, legal, of course, totally legal, definitely, yes. Anyway, allow our blog, Mori reworks.
Oh, allow. So, I think having these unique Moris to skins is great. Like I love the Naughty Bear Mori.
Yes,
that's different from the Trappers. Same thing with the Were Elk Mori. Same thing with the Dracula True Form Mori.
And there's a new one now with
there's a new
Oni.
one with Oni with the cats, which is really cute. I think those are great. I wish that they would go back and rework like the Trappers, and like the Wraith. Some of these Moris are so boring.
Some of these Moris are so boring. Nurses is also boring.
Yes, Huntress also boring. There's so many stuff they could do that's so cool. I would love to see the Moris reworked. That'd be great.
Speaking of, by the way, bringing back DVD Mobile also had its own kind of Moris too.
They did. You were able to customize your own Moris for the killers, which is funny because Nightanic, however you said the company's name, is the one that does Marvel Rivals. Oh yeah, you didn't know?
Whoa. DVD Mobile. I'm looking it up. Sorry, everyone. We're looking it up. So we can say what we have to say.
No. That's Pokemon Go. What's the?
No, Niantic is Pokemon Go. There is not. Oh my God, Dead by Dailight Mobile.
Because it was not Behavior. Was not doing DVD Mobile.
It was not Behavior. It was another company with the beautiful name of something else because I can't find it. Okay, let me look at developers. Behavior Interactive, no. Zombie Studio, no. It doesn't. It puts Behavior Interactive as the developer of Dead by Dailight.
No, NetEase. There you go. NetEase.
NetEase.
Which is who makes Marvel Rivals is NetEase.
Yes.
Yeah, surprise, right? Well, the funny thing is, originally Marvel Rivals was going to be a mobile game, and then they decided to go on platforms.
Thank God they made that change.
Yeah, I know.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Okay. All right. Allow our block. Skull Merchant.
Oh, block.
Damn.
That was that could have been such a really cool chapter, and that chapter and the night chapter were back to back, and that was one of like such a awful time playing Survivor in DBD. 2 chapters that were just such a, and they were both original chapters. Were awful. It was an awful time.
It was an awful time.
3-gen Skull Merchant was the worst. I know they reworked her. I will see how she is when she gets reworked again, because she is getting a rework right now.
Another
very soon. Yeah, another one, which might come out in November or early next year. I forget, because they pushed back a lot of things for the quality of life. So I think she was supposed to come out in November, but I could be wrong about that. Or maybe she comes out next year.
Someone else will fact check. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Let us know in the comments, please.
Yeah. So they're reworking her for, I think, a 3rd or 4th time. I forget how many times they've changed her, but yeah.
Yeah, and also I feel like I don't know, because this is my own developmental like storyline. I feel like they were trying to go for a Predator kind of thing, or maybe
Yeah.
do Predator, but maybe their rights fell some way somehow, and they had to rework that into Skull Merchant because she does have the long like claw that does look Predator-esque, and I wouldn't be surprised also that those things, those flying thingies, were also
So,
like inspired by.
so well, at least what I know from like when the game stuff is done, it takes about a year from building a chapter. So I don't think it was a Predator because if they lost the license in the middle of making it, I think they would have extended it before. But they're pretty good at giving us timelines when things are going to be released, right?
Mhm.
When new chapters, so months ahead of its time. So I think the Predator is probably for a future, and this was maybe a test for it, and it's for the original character. Because it wasn't supposed to be a license; it was supposed to be an original chapter that came out.
Mm.
So I'm not sure if it was meant to be Predator, but I feel like Predator would have been a lot cooler and
Oh,
better.
down 100%,
I am so
100%.
again like as someone who's a big fan of the Alien franchise, I am so also into the Predator franchise, just because they're canonically connected with each
Yes.
other. So I would, and if you know DBD, there's a xenomorph skin that has the green like netting
Yeah,
on
from
it,
the
and
Alien
if you
Predator.
know, yeah, if you know anything about that lore, is that's the Predator's net that was used on the xenomorph in
Hmm.
Alien versus Predator. So there's already alluded that the Predator is technically somewhere in this franchise of the DVD lore. So stay tuned for that, I guess. We'll know
I'm
more.
hoping. I'm hoping.
Me
I'm
too. I'm
hoping
also hoping.
for Predator, and obviously we're gonna get him soon. I feel like we're gonna get Jason eventually on this. We need to,
Hopefully.
especially now that
Hopefully.
the rights are like more settled, quote unquote. I feel like we
Yeah,
might
Jason
end up getting.
Universe.
Yes, we need
Yep.
it. I think it'll be good. Okay, and last one. Allow our block. PTBs.
Allow. Even though PTBs on its own can be a very controversial thing, I think it's important for players to play test these things. Most recently, the PTB that we had, which had the anti-tunnel,
Slugging, camping
slugging,
stuff. Yeah.
um, like that was very much hated by the community, by a lot of people. I thought if they would have worked it, it could have probably been, um, reworked to go live, um, but behavior decided not to move forward with either the slugging or the tunneling. So those things are done to be tested,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny because I think people forget the test in PTB, public test beta. Like
That's
people
the actual
forget that it's
name.
a test. Yeah, public
Yeah.
test beta. Um, I'm sorry, build. It's public test build. Um, and people go wild on social media about the PTB, and I think people forget that these things are meant to be exaggerated, um, to see what the outcomes would be because it is a test,
Yes.
right? If they go live with it, then they want to make sure they can balance it out in some way. Now, there are issues right now with the new killer, the Crassus, that people have been saying that she was buffed from the PTB to live in order to sell the chapter, that people want a stronger killer, and then they're gonna probably balance her later on. So we'll see how that goes. But I think PTB is a nice way of testing the new chapters and getting data for it. So I allow PTBs.
I agree, and also I just recently had my first match against the new killer, and first of all, what a great design! I am
Hmm.
blown
I am
away.
happy that they also went with a Thailand chapter,
I agree.
um, and lore, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think the Kraus, or am I saying it right? Uh,
The Krasu.
Thank you. The Krasu, I believe, is based on folklore. Correct.
Yeah.
So I
Hmm.
think that's like hello, like it's such a great idea to grab different folklore tales from different countries and readapting them into the DVD lore. Because also one, it gives the opportunity for people who don't know about folklore in other countries to know about something. It could be like the beginning to knowing more and more and more. Because I
Hmm.
am sure, like I'm pretty sure in Thailand there are even crazier ghosts
Folklores.
and monster stories. I am sure of it. Like
Hmm.
for instance, over here in Venezuela, we have one called El Silbón, which I would love for them to adapt, which is a creature that drags a bag of bones throughout the llano or the countryside of things, and then the thing about Silbon or the whistler, I would say like that in English, is that they are if you hear them close, if you hear the whistling close, they are afar. But if you hear the whistling from afar, mama, they're on your ass. And it is so beautiful. They even made a movie about it as well, which I recommend as well. Like those are the kind of things that help you learn new things about different
Yeah,
cultures.
different cultures.
So like I appreciate that way more than to have a franchise killer. I feel like I prefer an original killer that gives me that than someone that we already know. Don't get me wrong, I still want Jason and Predator, but but I feel like that kind of way of building
But
new
more
characters,
culture.
yes, it's a great idea. Well, thank you, Funko, for playing
Agreed.
an hour of
Agreed.
lock with me. Thank you for
Thank
playing
you. That was fun.
it. All right, so before we go, I'd like to ask you about your setup. What do you usually use for streaming? What are your current equipment? You don't have to be specific. If you don't know the terms, that's fine. But at least give us an idea of what you use for streaming.
Yeah, so I have a 3 monitor setup with a PC. Uh, oh, Read by
Is
Power? I think that's what it's called. A gaming PC. I have an Elgato camera, not the Pro, just the Elgato Cam. I have Elgato Stream Deck that's so useful. I highly recommend if you're a streamer to get the Stream Deck,
I want a stream
uh,
deck so
or
badly.
or something similar to it because it literally is life changing. It's so good. I use OBS now. I switched from Streamlabs to OBS recently, which has been very helpful.
Mm.
Um, and I have this Logitech light behind me that I um, was given for being an ambassador for Stream for a Cause, which is awesome.
We'll talk about that in a
Um,
bit. Yeah.
and I have a ring light that I use too. And this is the HyperX microphone that glows everywhere. It's really nice. I like it, and I am a big nerd and stuff. So I have a lot of like things on my microphone. Like this is Namor.
But
This
can you
is
lift it up a bit more? Is it possible so you can show it? There you go.
this is my little Namor. I'm a Namor main in Marvel Rivals, but I love Namor. This is the charm from DVD,
That's
the
so
progressive
cute.
flag. Darth Vader. This is Captain America Zombie. This is Captain America Falcon.
Marvel zombies.
And the one thing about me, I love Winnie the Pooh. So this is a Winnie the Pooh keychain thing.
That's so cute. I love it. And I asked Funko before we started, I was like, does that weigh down? And he just goes, no, it doesn't actually.
No. I have this like really cool RGB mic stand. That's very strong. It's really cool.
Perfect. Awesome, awesome. You mentioned this, of course, while you were describing things. You were an ambassador for Stream for a Cause, but also you're a member of the Latin Guild and the Pride Guild. So I
Mhm.
want to ask you because obviously you're a streamer. You stream, you go live, you have Teresa Party Challenge, but having the opportunity to engage with other streamers through the guilds and through Stream for a Cause, how has that experience been for you, going from someone who streams to now going behind the scenes to help other streamers, but also to help out other communities? What has that transition been like, and how was it like for you?
Well, so like I mentioned, I used to work for the after school program, right? Working with kids, helping them out. So that's one thing that I guess streaming part I had been missing for a while is like doing that mentorship. So being part of the ambassador program for Stream for a Cause, able to help new streamers to do their first charity stream has been very awesome to, provide feedback, to collab with them, to walk them through the process. And always when people are doing the first charity stream, they get so nervous, right? Because they want to make sure they make the goal. And I always try to remind people it's not about the goal, because whatever you make is something that they didn't have before.
That's true.
So the goal is not like the be all end all, and just remind yourself it's about having fun. What you're doing with charity streams is already something to be proud of. The fact that you're taking a step out of your comfort zone from your typical stream to use your platform for good, that is something to be celebrated. So celebrate that. Don't worry about the goal. Just focus on the fact that you are doing it, because that is such an amazing achievement to begin with. So I try to tell people who are doing the first charity streams about that. Just keep it more positive. Now with the guilds, I'm very proud of the guilds. I love the guilds. I am someone who pushes people to join the guilds. I ask people, "Are you in the guild? Here, here's the application. Apply." They might take some time because there's literally only a few people who are accepting the application that work at Twitch. So with thousands of people who have applied, just be patient. You will get in. They do not turn people away. It's a matter of when, not if. So I try to remind people of that as well. But I got lucky. So I went to Vegas TwitchCon in 2023.
Oh, bless your
and that was-
heart.
yeah,
I've
I
heard
had
the
a great-
stories, Mama.
I had a great time. I had a wonderful time. It was my first TwitchCon. That was my first TwitchCon, and I would always cherish it.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice.
Yeah. And so in the opening ceremony for TwitchCon, Dan Clancy and the Twitch staff announced that the guilds, which were only for partners before then, I think they launched March of 2023, and it was only a partner. If you were a partner, you could join the guilds. And then that TwitchCon same year in October, they announced that they were opening the guilds to affiliates. And girl, the moment
The
I
gates
heard
opened.
that, I applied immediately. At TwitchCon, I applied. And girl, so my favorite holiday is Halloween. I love Halloween.
Same.
Halloween for me, is just so fun, so amazing. Celebrate every year. And that year, on Halloween, in the morning, I got my email that I was approved to be in the Latin Guild.
Yes.
To already make Halloween my favorite holiday, but also the day that I got accepted to the Latin Guild, incredible. There were tears. And being part of the Latin Guild was incredible. Now, the thing is with the guilds, and I really preface this with, if you want to join, the guilds are not going to make you a partner. The guilds are not going to have you have thousands of views. The guilds are not going to magically give you like $10,000 a month for subs. You have to put in the work.
Yep.
What you put into the guilds is what you will get back from the guilds. It is not a like, oh my god, I'm gonna be like rich and famous because I'm in the guild. No, girl, you gotta put in the work. And the thing is, and it's a lot of work, because I know Discords could be very overwhelming for a lot of people.
Yep.
And there are people who are excited when they first start, but realize that it takes a lot of work, so they're not as active as they were in the beginning. And it's understandable, because it does take a lot of like time and energy to also be active in different Discords, right? And so when I had the opportunity to be in the Latin Guild, I made sure though always to be mindful and try to support people that were in the guilds and Latin Guild. and collab with people in the Latin Guild, invite people to join the challenge in the Latin Guild, and just like make friends. And I highly suggest this too. When you go to the guilds, I personally don't ever look at someone like a number. I like to get to know people. I like to collab and or go to their streams because I'm not looking at this as like a business thing really. Which maybe that's bad for me. I'm looking like I want to make these people as friends, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And uh, and I never require like a transactional thing. You never have to do anything for me. You don't have to shout me out. You don't have to come to my stream. You don't have to give me subs. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to build community and make friendships. And so I really appreciate people who wanted to also get to know me, like you, and like collab and hang out and kiki and have fun on stream and off stream. So I thought the guilds were so good for that, and so when the Pride Guild was made, only people who were already in guilds to begin with were allowed to join the Pride Guild if you wanted to apply. And I did, so I was one of the first people to join the Pride Guild. And it's just been like an amazing experience. And then they opened up the mentorship for the Latin Guild. And I, at this point, had already been hosting There's a Party for like 2 years. I did like a DVD tournament. I did this panel that called Live Coming Out for National Coming Out Day.
You did.
Which I'm doing another one soon too, because National Coming Out Day is October 11th, so stay tuned for that. So I've been hosting and doing these events because though I do love DBD, I don't mind if I do other things outside of like gaming, right? I mean, now
Exactly.
I'm doing a D&D campaign.
You just recently launched a DVD campaign, actually.
Yeah, I did. I'm doing that podcast. I did collabs with, I just did a recent collab with IDC Ignacio for Pop or collab, and he does Hot versus Hottie. So like doing stuff outside gaming.
And Hispanic Heritage Hysteria with Stanley Wav. Shout out Stanley.
Yeah, I did another DVD tournament. But to like do these events, right? They were looking for mentors for the event and project planning committee, and so I applied, and I was one of a couple that were accepted to be an event and planning, project planning mentor, and I was so awesome that I could go ahead and also help those who are running events succeed and have questions and try to answer and try to help as much as I can within the Latin Guild. So it's been a very rewarding experience being part of the guilds, and I highly recommend people to participate. And I also highly recommend people when they're in to participate.
Yep.
So
yeah, I remember before I got into the guild, I was chasing you.
Yeah, I think because
relentlessly.
at the time it was only open to North America and that was it. And I think when they opened it to worldwide, I was like, I think, well, you better apply.
Yeah.
You better apply because now it's worldwide.
That's true. It used to be North America only.
And now you're in.
And now I'm in. I will say from my perspective, when I got into the guild, I wasn't taking it serious, like being completely transparent. I didn't take it serious whatsoever. And then I was just like, I felt the burnout of being on too many servers, too many Discord servers. And so I didn't pay much attention to it. And then a few months ago, I kind of just started like seeing what they were doing. Because it was after my surgery, so I was like, refiguring things out. I was starting to be a bit more active on streaming, because it's what I do now mostly. And so I just kind of was like, I haven't really like dug into what it is like to be a member of the guild, which is a bad thing. Do not take the road that I did. I think it's important to try to be like active as possible. Don't do it my way. I did it the wrong way. I admit it openly. But ever since I started being more involved with what the guilds offer, what the guilds do, it's been such a fun thing. I I remember of the Latin Guild and Pride Guild as well. I love the Pride Guild, but I will say where I have truly found my path is on the Latin Guild. Like I
Same.
genuinely love it. It allows me to meet people like me from all over the world, to interact with people from Brazil, from Panama, from Mexico, from Colombia, from many other places. And it has allowed me to also, is something that the Pride Guild does, and I'm sure all the guilds do, is that they allow you to have events within the actual
The guild.
guild. So you get to have not only game time with the other members, but you also get a chance to have workshops, be able to have extra information that you might possibly didn't know. I recently got into one which is about cherry streams because I'm working on cherry stream at the moment, and Funko is helping me out as well. And so, like, it's been so rewarding to be active now within the guilds. It's been so rewarding. I've been able to meet so many cuties from there. It's very, very fun. And so, like,
And then we recently did Twitch Rivals.
you did Twitch Rivals, you did Fall Guys Twitch Rivals for
Yeah.
with members from the Latin Guild, which is very, very fun.
That was great.
And so, like, there are opportunities. And not only that, you get to create an opportunity yourself for other members of the guild as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Definitely.
like, if you're able to take advantage and try to get into the guild, whichever guild goes with your.
Identity. So
Thank
there's the
you.
Women's Guild, the Black Guild, the Latin Guild, and the Pride Guild. There's 4 current guilds right now, but there will, I'm sure, will be expanding to other communities. They just, are working on this 4 for now. These 4, the 3 originally was the Women's, Black, and Latin Guild. Those were like the pilot guilds. Then they added the Pride Guild. So hopefully they will be adding more guilds to the future. So stay tuned for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. And now the update is that they open it now as like full on open applications at all times, which is also
Yeah,
like a very cool thing.
there's no more deadlines anymore. It is worldwide streaming to any streamers. You just have to be in a good stance with Twitch. I mean, you not have been banned. But even if you've been banned for like something, like I would still suggest to apply, and just don't give up on yourself and just try to apply. Again, it might take some time because again, there's only a couple of Twitch employees who are they vet the application process, and then the guild leaders are the ones who like onboard people. But that's literally for people, for thousands of people. Only Monday through Friday, by the way. Only during work hours.
Yeah,
And they have other duties while they're at work hours. The full-time job is not doing the applications.
Yes, exactly.
So please be patient. I see a lot of people on social media saying, "Oh, I got rejected." When people start announcing that they got accepted to a guild, the people will make announcements, and there are other people, of course, who will be like, "Oh, I guess I'm not good enough," or "I guess I'm not, this enough." And I don't know these people, but I will always go in their messages and be like, "No, you are. Trust me. It's not you. They don't deny anyone. You will be accepted. Just please be patient because it's like if I work for Twitch, I'm like,
Yeah.
these people, but because I don't want people to feel discouraged because the guild, like I'm a 100% like guild promoter. Like I love the guilds. I think they are so useful and so helpful, and I've definitely benefited from the guilds a
Yeah.
lot. So for people to feel discouraged and not, for me, it's kind of heartbreaking because like I do feel privileged the fact that I was in the guilds very early on, but I have like firsthand knowledge because I get to talk to the guild leaders because I'm a mentor. I get to talk to the Twitch staff who are onboarding these, who are vetting the applications. So I just want to tell the people who haven't been accepted yet. And the funny thing is, like, I will get DMs a lot of DMs from people saying, "Well, why wasn't I accepted to the Pride Guild? Or why wasn't I accepted to the Latin Guild?" I'm like, "Girl,
Or
like,
when
this
are
is
the
why."
applications open? And then
Yeah.
ask it again and again and again.
No, but like I'm telling you, I would get DMs all the time about it. But I was just like, "Girl, it's not even you. Like you did your job. Just be patient. That's all I can ask you. that's all you can do right now is just be patient because you will get in. It's not, again, I always say it's not a matter of when. It's a matter. Sorry, it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when.
That part.
When you will get in, because you will get in. You just got to be patient, girl. You just got to be patient.
Yes. Also, another thing I wanted to ask you: who does your emotes?
So a couple people. My original emotes was Cloudkeeper, Cloud. They're on Twitch. That's their Twitch name, Cloudkeeper. And then BatV does my animated emotes. Yeah, those are my two most emotes. And then I think a couple of them like I might have bought
Like Etsy and stuff.
Etsy. Well, actually, funny enough, so I have a David from. This is a funny story, so we're just gonna tell it real quick.
Okay.
There's a back in 2021. I used to play. Well, a lot of us would play like shirtless David, right? And there was an emote of David twerking, but he had his default shirt on. And so I messaged the artist on Etsy. His name was Fatboy Ant. That's the artist. And I messaged Fatboy Ant and asked, "Hey, do you think you could do a shirtless version of this emote? Because I play a lot of shirtless David, and a lot of my community members play shirtless David as well. And I think it would be a big hit. So just wanted to let you know if that was a possibility." And then they responded immediately like, "Oh, thanks you for the message, but currently I can't take any commissions right now, but I'll think about it for the future." Not even 24 hours later, squirrel. Not even 24 hours later, he's like, "Okay, done. Here's the email if you want to purchase it." And I'm like, "Perfect." Bought it. They put it on their store. I had and it was like, it's David teabagging, but it looks like David's twerking. Now, if you go to my channel, you'll see it. It's there. I've had it forever. When I met Duty, when the first day that the 6 hours of playing with Duty, Duty has the emote too.
Shut the front door.
Duty has the emote too. Yes. So Duty bought the same fucking emote that I did, that I specifically asked this artist to make.
Mama.
And every time I see a shirtless David teabagging like the same emote in someone else's channels, because I've seen them, I'm like, "Girl, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome."
I paved the way for you.
That was made because I asked the artist to make it. You know what? And it was done, and I'm so happy about that. And I told Judy the story too, and I'm like, I have the receipts as well of the messages me sending them, and this was back in 2021. So if you have a twerking or teabagging David emote shirtless, you're welcome.
I love it. I love it. Well, my love, we're about to finish up, but before we do, 2 more questions. Number 1, what would you say to someone who started streaming? What would you say to those people who are starting streaming?
If you are starting streaming, the biggest thing I could give you about stream is that your stream is your space.
Yep.
It is yours. So do with it with however you want. It is your space, what you want to do with it. And highly recommend to build boundaries. If there are people who are making you feel uncomfortable, if there are people who are trying to be parasocial and like message you off stream, put up these strong boundaries, because I wish I knew that when I first started streaming, right? Yeah. You want the views, you want the followers, so you put up with a lot of stuff that people do to you as a streamer in order to not lose this community member, right? But if someone is being very toxic in your chat, if someone is being very aggressive, they are most likely making other people feel uncomfortable and probably having you lose followers, lose viewers. So it's better to get rid of a toxic person early on than to let them fester into your stream, because that is your space. And they reflect your community. So
that is true. That is true, because then also if you rate into someone else, that person one way or another is a view of what your community actually is. Yeah. So therefore, you need to think this through because it means that you are presenting this
Allowing
person.
this.
Yeah, exactly. And if you allow it there, that means that the streamer might look at the other streamer a certain way too.
Exactly. So I know, like early on, like I wish I knew that, because as when you first start out, like having people in your chat, like having viewers, like having followers is so important to you because you want to grow, right? Girl, you will not be growing if you have toxic people in your stream. Like, just get rid of them,
Yeah.
100%. Trust me. I wish I knew this when I first started streaming.
I agree with you on that. Well, and the last thing is that usually when we are done with streaming, we're done. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We give our thank yous when we need to. But we usually like to, when we finish, we to raid into someone else. So let me give you a hypothetical scenario. We are here.
Okay.
We are streaming. We're live. Literally everyone you know is on. If you have to raid into someone else, who would it be and why? And I will give you at least 2 options. At least 2. So who would you choose?
Okay. Obviously, if I'm streaming, I never actually get to do this because our stream schedules are opposite, and the only time we are the same is when we stream together. So that would be little Duty Anna.
Yes.
My Duty, because I think Duty is such a great streamer in themselves. They're very positive. They're very encouraging. They're very community based. Highly recommend following Duty. I would love to raid because Duty streams mornings and I work mornings, and the only time we get to stream together is on Saturdays when we stream together. So I never get to raid Duty ever. So definitely, if Duty was on, I would definitely want to raid Duty. But if not Duty, I like to focus on marginalized communities.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I'd be able to give like a specific name of someone, but someone who is either in the Latin Guild or Pride Guild, someone who's BIPOC, trans woman, are a huge focus of mine to try to raid, to get my community out there. And like, yeah, just really focus on marginalized community and support.
Wonderful. Funko, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much
Thank you
this
for
wonderful
having me
interview.
and for doing this. I appreciate you so much.
No, I appreciate you. You've been such a sweetheart to me for all the years we met, and like you're a light to work with. You're a light to witness whenever I stop by your channel. So thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with me.
Same to you. You're amazing as well. I think
you.
our energy is mixed so well together.
Thank you, my love. I appreciate your kind words. Where can we find you? Number 1, and 2, what is your usual stream schedule?
So you can find me on Twitch and TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky at TheFunkoBeard. And my stream schedule.
Well, your stream schedule at this very moment, quote unquote.
So I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Pacific, Saturdays at 12 p.m. Pacific, and Sundays at 7 p.m. Pacific. So I have usually Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night off.
Perfect. For reasons that we already stated early on in the podcast. Wonderful. Well, everyone, please go check out the TheFunkoBeard whenever they are live nets. Trust me, you will not regret any way, shape, or form whatsoever. A wonderful human, 100%. And you can catch me as Asdruboi everywhere on social media. Right now, my streaming schedule is Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, starting at 6 p.m. EST. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. EST and Sundays at 11 a.m. EST. You can also follow the channel on YouTube as well, where you can subscribe, like. We're watching this, also available on Spotify, the podcast, and other podcast platforms. And if you are also down to provide a little something, the Ko-Fi is also in the link as well. Both mine and Funko's as well. So thank you, Funko, for being here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in as well. And we'll see you next time on an episode of the Moderators Podcast. Goodbye.
Bye.
We did it!
Yay.